we have a Onc Always trailer. So, this is an interesting one. So this is going to be a video that I'm making pretty late at night. I'm not even going to bother turning... It's 10:30. It's not that late. But anyway, I'm not even going to bother turning the light on and everything. So, fun fact, I'm burnt out right now. And I posted that, hey, there wasn't going to be a video today or Friday on the channel. And then, Netflix on Facebook was like, hey, you know what you want at like 10:02 p.m.? The Onc Always trailer. And I went, you know what, I think I do. So we got to talk about it. We have to talk about it. So we finally have the trailer for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Onc Always, releasing, of course, in a couple of weeks here, under a month. It comes out on Wednesday, April 19th here in the US, and I think pretty much everywhere for the most part. And we have been talking about this for months. And we had never gotten any actual footage for it. We had been getting a couple things that, like, I was actually going to do a video on sometime this week before I got burnt out and school stuff happened again. So, hey, I don't need to make that video now because I'm making this one. So, in that video, I was going to talk about this banner picture that was released last week when the Power Rangers social media person or somebody at Hasbro remembered the password to social media stuff and actually posted this graphic in a bunch of different sizes, which gave us our first look at Robo Rita in the background, and it had blue, black, and pink kind of prominent there with red off to the side and no yellow. We were all like, ooh, is that probably going to be like the thumbnail that they use on Netflix and everything? But everybody, for weeks, for months, for days, especially since that picture came out, have been, where's the trailer? Where's the trailer? Here's the trailer. So I'm so excited. So as of the time of making this video, there has not been an official upload of it on YouTube or on Twitter by Hasbro or Power Rangers, just on this random Netflix Facebook account thing. So I'm sure there'll be a link to it in the description below, obviously, at least to that, but I'll try to update it with like other official releases after it does officially get posted, because I feel like it probably wasn't supposed to be posted at like 10 o'clock at night, so who knows with that. We have this 1.5-minute long trailer that just is filled with so much cool stuff. I don't even know where to begin with this. Like, I'm trying to think back through it. I've already watched it. So it's 10:37 p.m. The trailer was dropped like 30 minutes ago. I think I've seen it like 6 or 7 times already, and I don't even know where to begin. They say the word kill. They say kill twice in this trailer. That's pretty hardcore for Power Rangers. Robo Rita looks really, really cool. Love the voice of Barbara Goodson back as Rita. That's really fun. We've known about that for a long, long time, but still getting to hear her be Rita again. I like the design quite a bit. It's pretty much just, Rita with a robot face, because they didn't actually get her, to actually play Rita in person or anything like that, so I think this works perfectly good. We can actually see, and I'll kind of keep it sort of maybe focused on, like, we'll talk about villains for a second and then keep going. But we see this Robo version of Snizzard and Minotaur, which I found extremely interesting because we had known for a while that Minotaur and Snizzard were going to be revived for this special, but we didn't know that they were going to be robot versions. That makes sense since we have Robo Rita here, but I just didn't expect that, especially with Snizzard getting his Lightning Collection figure recently, and I've leaked to you guys that Minotaur is getting one as well. Now, for anybody asking, as far as I know, it's supposed to just be regular Minotaur getting a figure and not Robo Minotaur, but who knows at this point. I would still like to see figures of both these guys and Rita in their robot forms as well, but I think that's not necessarily the plan that Hasbro has for Lightning Collection right away, but still, looks really, really cool nonetheless. We have this new command center, which looks pretty much like the old one, just kind of like a new CGI model for it. And of course, we've seen the interior and a number of those different promo shots that we've had and press photos of the cast. But it still looks like a really nice upgrade to the original command center. I love so much, and we saw this earlier before as well, but the whole crack in the back where Zordon was struck by the spiral saber from in space. That's freaking cool that that's like that. Speaking of in space, there's this really cool moments where Alpha's, recruiting the Rangers, and he's going through this, like, database thing, and it says the Bandora Protocol. Great reference to G-Ranger with Rita's original name. But then you look at the screen, and it's cycling through, like, different Ranger bases. We can see Reefside, the Astro Megazord, Turtle Cove, which I believe that's Wild Force, and then we also got to see very, very briefly, it's there for, like, a frame, Terra Venture as well, which, like, yes! I love that this is, getting the Mighty Morphin band back together, but I also adore that it's not just, strictly pretending like Mighty Morphin seasons 1 through 3 were like the only thing that happened in this franchise. It's acknowledging that these characters in this world went past this, and that we are going to be, referencing other seasons, and of course, like the Slash, like I just mentioned in Zordon's Tube. I'm so here for this, and this is so freaking cool. I love it so much. so much. We get to see Zords are going to be used in this, which do actually look like, for the brief second that we see them, that it's going to be the Zord Ascension Project Lightning Collection Zords used as the props, which is certainly an interesting choice. I would not have expected that to be the case with this one, so definitely very, very interesting. We can also see a very brief shot of the Megazord actually like about to fight. Looks like it's going to be in space, maybe on the moon. That'd be kind of neat if that's where it is. That would make sense too, because we know we're going to have Rita's Moon Palace there. That's where she's going to have captured Rangers, which do still seem to possibly be Lightning Collection figures being used as the props for the captured Rangers, and if that's the case, that's very cool. But speaking of iconic locations, the Juice Bar is here. The Juice Bar is here. I love the Juice Bar. I'm so excited to see it again. I know I keep saying I love it. I'm so excited. It's very cool. It's awesome, because it is. This is exactly what I would have wanted from anything ever for a Power Rangers reunion special. And we're getting it. We're getting all of it. It's 55 minutes long, which we've known for a long time. This was another thing I was going to mention in my video, but Ron Wasserman, the legend himself, is coming back to compose this thing. He's the guy who wrote the original Power Rangers theme song. He did Fights, he called the 541, and of course, like so many other things, Hope for the World, so many good, iconic Mighty Morphin music. He actually put out a tweet yesterday that talked about how he came back and got to compose for I think it was 5 weeks or something he worked on this, which is, I'm sure we're probably going to get some kind of new rendition of the Mighty Morphin theme song, probably a 30th anniversary version or something. This feels, because it pretty much is, our version of a Sentai 10 years after or 20 years after film for Power Rangers, something that we've never had before. We're getting it for Mighty Morphin's 30th, and the love and the care that just seem to already be poured into this thing have me so excited. This is the most excited that I've been for a Power Rangers production since the 2017 movie. No doubt. There's been no other production for Power Rangers that has had me this excited since that. It feels like the kind of love and care that the comics have, because comics do things all the time where they reference other seasons, where for example, Terra Venture has been a thing in the Mighty Morphin comics very prominently, and they've given that a lot of backstory, and they've referenced that there are other teams out there and other, things that Zordon was involved with and all this other stuff that the show set up that Mighty Morphin, back in the old days, obviously couldn't, because none of it existed yet. But it's really cool that when you can go back and revisit this and bring these characters back, they can dive into that extensive lore and the huge universe that the Power Rangers franchise has and really use it to its fullest potential. And that is exactly what they're doing here, and I am hyped. So we can see from the trailer, this is our first glimmer of all these characters back in character. We see a lot of focus on Billy and Zach talking to Min, the daughter, of course, of Trini, who we established was killed in this trailer by Rita, which is still crazy to me that we hear the word kill at least twice in a Power Rangers trailer. I cannot get over that that's actually something that happened in here. That's nuts. It still looks like the production, I wouldn't say this as a negative, but it still looks like the production value, and of course we know it's some of the same creatives behind the regular show, but you can tell that obviously there's an extra level of, I wouldn't say adultness to it, because it's not this is not for children, of course, as well, but you can definitely tell that there's just a little bit more of kind of that extra level. It's a one step up from being, not as kiddie as the regular main show is, but it's not as dark or mature, I guess, as I wouldn't even say as the 2017 movie is, but that's probably maybe the best comparison. That's probably the darkest Power Rangers has gotten officially. Something like that, but it looks perfect. It looks so perfect. So let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always, the trailer that we finally have less than a month out. I know a lot of people are talking about that, you shouldn't worry about there not being a trailer yet, because Netflix doesn't usually do a lot of promotion for some of their shows until it's pretty close to the release date, unless it's something huge or something like that, or sometimes they don't really do much promotion at all. But of course, the Power Rangers fandom is going to overreact about certain things, and I get it, because Hasbro has been very radio silent, and when they do post things like Lightning Collection reveals and they say that they're GameStop exclusives and they're not, you get these kind of weird communication errors where it seems like nothing's really happening, and we know that people kept getting fired and that there probably isn't a social media person at the Power Rangers brand anymore. So it definitely seemed very nerve-wracking that there wasn't much promotion for this special except for the fandom and the actors and stuff like that. But I think they have something really special here, and I cannot wait to watch this on April 19th and do reviews of it and reactions and keep talking about it and stuff like that, because I think there's going to be a lot to dive into this, especially as it relates to future stuff with Cosmic Fury. And I'm ready. I'm ready to just have a blast with this thing, and I'll probably cry, honestly. It's definitely something that I think that will definitely be a little bit of a tearjerker for me. I mean, we see the Green Ranger and stuff in the trailer, but there's no mention of Tommy or anything in there directly, but that's going to be sad if they do. And I'm not going to ramble on about it for 100 more years, but I could. because this trailer was just exactly what I wanted, and I am excited. So like I said, let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of the trailer for this special? What are you hoping to see? Was this what you needed to see to actually like sway your opinion one way or the other? You know, were you not as hyped for this and are now very hyped, or were you hyped for this and are now not so hyped? If that's, you know, I mean, if that's possible, honestly, if you thought this was going to be something that it isn't, who knows? But yeah, lots of stuff to talk about here. Cannot wait to read your guys' comments down below. I guess, you know, don't listen to that discussion or to that community post that said I wasn't going to post on Wednesday or Friday this week, because, well, obviously I am with this one. We'll see about Friday. I'm still quite burned out and busy with school stuff, and I was about to go to bed because I have class in the morning, but I was like, you know what? I have to make a video about this. So there you go. I'm going to go edit it now and get it out for everybody. So that'll do it. So until next time, you guys can follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey or LadyFicPR, and I'll see you all later. To wrap up this video, I'd like to thank my $5 and above patrons: Jurassic Samurai, Maggot Alchemist, Robert Browning, Static Thunder, Brendan Overland, Maji Yellow, Redstone MCPC, Comix 1017, James Darty, Monster Rocket, John Luke, Eric Berry, Tyler Bazetsky, Matthew Thorne, Josh Landry, Pyramidas, CPT Tesla, Cross SCV, Caboose ED, and Socket Monsters. You can support Toku Topics for as little as $1 a month on my Patreon, linked in the description below.